this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Please keep in mind, it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll start firstly by getting the key theme and energies of the week from the Quantum Oracle. We'll then get some divine guidance using the Moonology deck, and then we'll get some messages of support and or healing from the Healing Mantra. When it comes to the tarot, I'll be pulling some cards from the Intuitive deck and clarifying further with the Waite deck. So, Leo, I'm just going to shuffle your cards again and we'll go into your reading. So just while I do that, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading with myself, you can find the information in the description box below. So, Leo, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 4th to the 10th of January. Okay. So, the first card you have from the Quantum Oracle is Happy Success in Reverse. I swear I pulled this card from you previously, possibly in your last weekly reading. But yeah. So there's something I feel like you're still working towards. There's a goal you're striving for that you feel would be your a significant wish fulfillment. You'd feel like you've made it in some shape or form if this takes place. So this is not I feel like this is a significant milestone, whatever this is, or goal or achievement, okay? I feel like it's also recognition and acknowledgement that you're seeking with regards to a specific task at hand. So because you haven't accomplished it yet, you're not really feeling so satisfied, but you're still striving to make this achieve this goal, right? So let's continue and see what else we can find out here. So let's jump over to the Moonology deck. What can help Leo at this time reach this goal that they have in mind? Or what can help Leo on their journey towards striving for this goal, or if there's anything that they need to be aware of that they may not currently be seeing? Great. So the card you have is Full Moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, right? So yeah, this is it. I feel like you're still working towards this goal. You feel like you're not quite there yet. You feel like maybe there's something you're not seeing. There's something that you can't quite put the pieces together. You're like, why is this not coming in? Why is this not happening yet? I'm doing the work. I'm continuously putting the effort in. So why is it not quite happening? Well, I feel like you'll understand why very, very soon, okay? So there'll be some clarity coming in for you this week as to what perhaps you overlooked, or where you may be, forcing things a bit too much, okay? But either way, whatever it is that you need to know with regards to this milestone, goal, achievement, success, whatever it is for you, you're going to get the answers that you need, okay? It's going to become clear as to what you've been overlooking or why it hasn't quite come in yet. Okay, so let's go to the Healing Mantra now. So what can help Leo through this process while they're striving to accomplish this goal, vision, milestone? What can help Leo at this time? Okay, so it's interesting. You got the same card I pulled from this deck for the sign of Libra. So, and I'm seeing Gemini's energy here as well. So you may have some significant air placements in your chart, possibly. But regardless, you have balancing the brain. And the mantra here is, I can be and do all at once. I can be and do all at once. Okay, so don't overthink it is essentially what I'm getting on this occasion for you specifically with regards to this reading, Leo. Don't overthink it, because you can accomplish it. There's whatever you put your mind to, you can make it happen. It's just there are other variables that come into play. So try not to overthink it and try not to be discouraged by the fact that you haven't quite accomplished this yet, okay? Because I feel like you will, or you at least understand why it hasn't quite come together yet. So keep the faith alive is what I would say to you. Don't lose faith in, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. All right, so let's see what else we can find out by using the tarot. But yeah, I can see that this is obviously something you've been working on for a significant amount of time. It's not something you've just started. Wow, I just split the deck to shuffle again, and we got the sun and the moon in reverse here. So that's interesting. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there's other variables at play, right? The universe is ironing some kinks out at the moment. So it's not just about what you're doing, it's also about divine timing, certain variables coming together, you know, in a certain manner so that it can happen. So that may, I'm not surprised that came out. So that may be why you're just kind of racking your brain like, I don't understand, I'm doing everything I need to do, but it's still not quite there yet. Why is that? Okay, well yeah, because there's things outside of your control as well that need to come together. And I think we really struggle with that, you know, as a species. We can't handle the idea of surrendering control over to the universe a lot of the time, but often that's exactly what is required of us, especially when we know that we're doing everything in our power to create a positive outcome in the highest vibration possible. Yeah, then that means there's certain things that are beyond your control and you need to surrender that need for control over that situation. But let's go into it. So the first card you have is the Moon card. So it's interesting that this came up again. This is Pisces energy, okay? So yeah, I also associate this with Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So yeah, you may feel like, again, I know that you're feeling like there's something you're not quite able to put together. You're not getting, you know, you're trying to put 2 and 2 together and you're not getting 4, you're getting 6, you know, it's something like that. You're like, I don't understand why this is not making sense. You know, there's something I'm not seeing here. There's something I'm not able to get to the heart of, right? And I feel like it's starting to affect you emotionally because you have invested so much of your time, energy, and attention into this, whatever this is, right? This goal. So yeah, you're waiting on some information, some insight that can help you understand where you're at and what needs to happen before you get there. The next card you have is the King of Wands in reverse. So this is your energy, Leo, okay? This is your card. So yeah, I feel like because of that, because of the feeling like you're being kept in the dark, it's pissing you off, right? So you may start to be acting out a little bit. You might be a bit aggressive at times or getting a bit flustered, you know, having a bit of a tantrum possibly. You may get snappy and say things that you don't mean. So you really need to ground your energy because honestly, the King of Wands in reverse is really not the best energy. Out of all the kings to be in the reverse, it's probably one of the worst, okay? So yeah, it's really important that you ground that because otherwise you can start to exhibit some very toxic behaviors and it's not really how you are. It's not how you want to portray yourself. It's just out of sheer frustration and disappointment, right? And possibly even upset. So just make sure that you ground your energy at this time because whatever you're waiting on, you will get those answers, okay? Next card you have is the Ace of Swords, okay? Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is the answer you've been waiting for. This is like, you know, lightning striking, right? Getting that hit of clarity, you know, this is like an epiphany coming in or being relayed some information. Something is coming into your awareness crystal clearly, right? So clearly that it's you cannot refute it, okay? You can't dispute it on any level. It's just is what it is. It's the truth, right? So yeah, like I said, the answers you need are coming. So this epiphany or this piece of information that you've been waiting on, it's coming, and I feel like you will get it this week. But the important thing is to really be able to see it clearly and understand it for what it truly is. You have to balance your energy and try and come from a more objective perspective, right? As hard as that is, because of course there's always going to be an element of subjectivity, especially when it comes to matters in your own life, okay? So you have to try your best to try and ground your energy and look at things objectively and from an open mind. But I feel like you are going to get this realization as well that there's, while things may be working out in the background to try and help bring this in, it doesn't mean that, it's not going to happen because you're not seeing it now. As I said, you can make this happen. You are making it happen. It's just not here yet. Next card you have is the Page of Wands, okay? So fire energy, your energy. So the Page of Wands is really speaking of delivering this message, okay? So you may be like wanting to get some clarity from a situation because frankly you're just tired of being kept in the dark. You're like, I don't know where I stand. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what else is expected of me. I don't know what else I can do to make this happen. I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm putting all this effort in, but it's not yielding the results. Maybe I have to take a new approach. Maybe I have to take a different angle to make this happen, right? So I feel like because you're not sure what it is, you're exploring ideas at this point. And maybe as you do that, you'll have this epiphany, this awakening, or this awareness of, that's why it wasn't happening. Either that, or you'll be relayed a message either from the universe or from an individual that can help, right? Next card you have is the Fool. So Aries energy. You could have Aries in your chart or be dealing with one. But yeah, this is like something new. This is like going on an adventure, taking a risk, going after the goal, right? Going after this vision, making the dream happen, right? Living the dream, if you want to put it that, right? But at the same time, I feel like there is also a bit of fear still attached, okay? Because on this particular occasion, I'm drawn to the dog here that's like trying to stop you from making a hasty decision to just pack up shop and start something new entirely, right? So I feel like you may have, like when you're feeling particularly upset and frustrated that this is not happening, you may have this urge to just drop everything and start something completely new, a new life elsewhere. But I feel like you're getting like this warning from the universe, like don't be so hasty. I know you've been working on this for some time, but you're not seeing what's coming in. There's something you need to know before you make a hasty decision, okay? So don't base it on how you're feeling in that given moment. And then finally, the last card you have is the High Priestess. So something is being vocalized here, either by you or someone else. And I feel like someone has the knowledge of what it is that you're seeking, and they're going to be sharing that, or you deep within, right? Maybe consciously you're not aware of what the answer is, but certainly your higher self does. And perhaps that's where the epiphany is coming from, this realization, okay? If not, then someone's going to vocalize something that you need to hear that's going to change the way you view the situation. So, yeah, okay, let's go into the clarifications now. I'm not getting a strong sense of exactly what this could be because I imagine it's going to be very different for each and every one of you, for those of you who I'm picking up on. But I feel like, yeah, you'll know what this is if it applies to you, okay? And yeah, I just split the deck. Well, as I was shuffling, I keep seeing the Devil card up here, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So yeah, there's some fears or something that is kind of rooted in shadow or ego that is preventing you from having this success, having this milestone come to completion. And I think it may be because your energy is also off right now, okay? We can see that with the King of Wands in reverse. So that's why it's essential that you ground yourself. because otherwise that's only going to cause further delays, and it's going to prevent you from, you know, getting things moving again. So let's see what else we can find out here. But I get it, I totally understand where you're coming from, Leo. It can be frustrating when you've put so much of yourself into something and it's just not happening in the way you envisioned. But that's not to say it cannot be successful. It's just there's something that is not in your conscious awareness right now that needs to be brought in. And I feel like that's coming this week. And I feel like once you get that, that will change things for you, okay? So don't give up just yet. So clarifying the moon card, yeah? You have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Four of Swords, so lots of air energy, and you also have the Knight of Pentacles, earth energy. I believe that's associated with Virgo. I also associate with Capricorn personally, but that's just me as a reader. So yeah, it's going to take time. There's something you're not aware of, that you are making progress, okay? You may not feel like you are, because everything's happening very slowly. And the thing is, being an being a fire sign, Leo, you want things to happen quickly, right? You want to see results. But on this occasion, because you're trying to create something that's life-changing, that's going to bring you stability, right? It's going to take time, right? Something that's going to create that longevity in your life takes time. But I feel like, again, you also need to make sure you're getting enough rest, taking some respite, not overthinking things, not putting too much pressure on yourself mentally, okay? Because you're just going to drain your energy further. And because of that, you know, because you need that time for respite as well, I mean, you need to be aware of there's only so many hours in the day, okay? So until you give yourself enough time to recuperate as well, have that work-life balance, I mean, you will be able to discern how much rest you need, right? But as long as you put time and energy into the work that you're doing or whatever you're trying to accomplish, you will start to see results. It may not come immediately, right? But I feel like you are seeing results slowly but surely, right? So there's no need to fret. Just give yourself time. Clarifying the King of Wands in reverse. You have the Page of Cups in reverse, I associate with Pisces. And you also have the Emperor, that's Aries right there. So yeah, some of you could have a very strong Aries placement, or more than one Aries placement in your chart, or be dealing with an Aries. But yeah, I feel like you are kind of, yeah, you're digging your heels in, right? Because I feel like you are trying, I don't feel like you're in the energy of the Emperor. I mean, right now you're the King of Wands in reverse. So that's really not the Emperor energy. But this is what you're striving to get to. But you're not feeling like it's possible. You're feeling like, well, maybe I'm not good enough to get to that point. Or maybe, you know, I mean, bearing in mind as well, just because we have masculine energies here doesn't mean that you have to be a male, right? This is just your divine masculine, which is having a bit of a struggle here. We can see that lots of masculine energy here. Your divine masculine is what really actually encourages you to take action, right? And right now you're feeling like you can't. You're feeling stuck, right? And you're wondering with, you know, is it even possible for me to be in the position of the Emperor? Can I put myself in such a position where I have this authority, this respect, this acclaim, being seen as a leader, having expertise, you know, being on top of my game here? But you're starting to doubt yourself, and you really don't want to be doing that, okay? Because you have been putting a lot of work in. You just need to keep going. I know sometimes it can be very draining and disheartening when you're not seeing the results that you hope for, but it would be such a disservice to yourself if you were to quit now. Clarifying the Ace of Swords here. You have the Page of Wands. Okay, I associate that with Sagittarius personally. And you have the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay? So, yeah. It's like You are waiting on some communication. You're waiting on a sign. That's what I got from this. When I saw his face, I thought, yeah, you're waiting on a sign. That's what I feel. Because remember, I read intuitively, generally. But yeah, you're waiting on a sign. You're reaching out to the universe. You're like, please give me a sign. Please give me this clarity that I've been seeking. You know, I don't know how to move on because it's just draining. I've been put so much work into turning things around and it's just not happening. So it could be that you're trying to heal a relationship with that Three of Swords in reverse. You're trying to heal a relationship, but it's not quite coming together and you want to know why. Why is it not happening? Why am I not able to turn things around? Doesn't have to be though. It can be anything where there was pain, there was strife, right? And you're trying to turn things around, but everything you're doing seems to be for naught. That's how you're viewing it, not necessarily how it is, right? So you're waiting on a sign on what it is you feel you need to do at this time because you feel like you're all out of answers. But the answer is coming in. And I think once you get that epiphany, then you'll know, okay, this is what I need to do. And then clarifying the Page of Wands again. So you have the Page of Wands twice. So this is you trying a new approach, trying to make sense of things, doing things differently, waiting on that sign or communication, right? You have the Knight of Cups in reverse and you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So, okay. So I feel like, yeah, you feel on some level that there is no success here, that there is no forward movement, that there's no progression, there's no way to turn the situation around. If this is a relationship, you feel like, you know, nothing I say or do is going to cut it. Like, I've tried to apologize, I've tried to, you know, put my best foot forward. If it's not an apology, it's like I tried to show this person that I'm sincere, but they're not acknowledging what I'm, you know, they're not acknowledging any of my actions. I'm not just trying to do it by communicating, I'm trying to do it with action to show them that I am emotionally invested. But it's falling on deaf ears. Nothing I do seems to really work, right? If it's not about a, you know, relationship, this could be about your career, your work, or, you know, your passion, what you want to become your career. And you're like, I don't even know how to initiate this. Everything I try to do, it just doesn't come together, right? And also, if there does, I mean, because you got to remember, Page is youthful energy. That's also student energy. So you may feel like you need to brush up on your skill set and learn something new, but you don't have the means, right, to do so. Or possibly you don't even have the desire to go back to school or go back into learning. So you're like, I just want to make this happen without having to go back into studies, okay? So, yeah. Clarifying the Fool card here. You have the Knight of Wands, so fire energy. You have the Empress, so that's Taurus, also Libra. And you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah. This is you being impulsive, charging towards something new. It's like, okay, if this is a relationship, you may be feeling like, okay, well, you know what? I've tried to put work in this. This person isn't going to acknowledge what I'm doing, so why not just go back to my old ways and just, you know, do whatever makes me feel good in the moment. Doesn't have to be, you know, cheating or leaving the relationship and starting something new or casually dating. It could be anything. It could be like throwing yourself into your work, traveling, you know, anything really that makes you feel good, right? That brings you kind of a certain level of pleasure or fulfillment. Not necessarily emotionally, but just feels good in the moment. It's impulsive, it's passionate, but it's not grounded in any emotion. So you may have the urge to, especially if you were, you know, if you're trying to heal a relationship where perhaps you cheated in the past, or you're trying to heal a relationship where, you know, you act impulsively, did something reckless that jeopardized the relationship, you may feel this desire to do it again, because this Empress here, I feel like whoever you're dealing with is showing up in the Empress energy, right, is not sold, essentially. Like I said, everything you're trying isn't working. So you're kind of feeling like, well, what more can I do? What more can I do at this point other than walk away? But the universe is telling you, don't be so hasty. There's something you're not aware of right now, okay? There's something that you're overlooking. Because bearing in mind as well, we have the Empress, and directly above that, we have the Emperor. So this is the divine feminine and masculine, in its most archetypal energy presented in the tarot, right? So this could be a significant soul level connection, right? And that's why the universe is saying, don't give up just yet, because there's something you're overlooking, because you don't see just how powerful this connection is, right? Based on what you're feeling and experiencing in the moment. If it's not about that, it's a case of, you may be wanting to just quit on your dreams or whatever you've been working on for yourself, because it'd be easier to just be in this energy of someone who just attracts resources, attracts people who can dote on them, right? I'm not saying you're going to do that, but you may be tempted to do that because you putting this hard graft in is tiring you and you feel like it's not going anywhere. But this is part of your challenge. This is part of your lesson at this point. It's a test in a way, because I feel like in the past, when things got too difficult, you would give up and go elsewhere. But you're being challenged not to do that in this time round, to stand your ground, to keep the faith alive and to keep working on things, right? And then finally clarifying the High Priestess in reverse. So lots of communication is about to come in. You have the Fool card, so here's Aries again, constantly showing up in your reading. And you have the King of Pentacles, so that is Taurus, okay? So that could be relevant to you. But yeah, so it's like there is some information coming in. I feel like someone is saying, you know what, I really want to give this a chance. So you might not realize that, because right now you're getting next to naught from this person. But what you don't realize is soon that they're going to communicate like, okay, you know what, you've been showing me that you are loyal this time around, you are stable, that you are putting the work in to yourself as well as this connection. So you know what, maybe I should give you a chance, but only if I continue to see that from you. Otherwise, if I see that you're slipping up again, I'm walking. So there is that. If it's not about love or anything of that nature, and bearing in mind, this could also be, what you're feeling towards the person. It might not have been you that kind of jeopardized the relationship in the past. It could have been the person you're dealing with, right? But either way, take it how it resonates. If it's not that, then if it's about work, I feel like that you have a choice to make, to keep putting the work in, because obviously this is the energy of someone who's mastered whatever it is that they do. This is someone who's very stable, dependable, who has knowledge, right, on the subject, that has abundance, material abundance. They only get there by being successful, right, in whatever they've done. So it's like saying, yeah, if you continue to put the hours in to master whatever it is that you're really trying to understand, right, and it may require an investment on your part if you have to study for it or whatever, you will get there. But if you give up on it, then you're going to have to start from zero in a new direction. So the choice ultimately lies with you, but that's what you're essentially faced with. All right, so Leo, I know there was a lot of messages there. Just take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, so don't worry if there's a whole bunch of stuff within that doesn't resonate. That's fine, just take what does. So I really hope that does help you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And I'll do another reading for you very soon. So all the best. Talk to you soon. Bye.